Huzzah. How the heck are ya? How you doing? Oh God, I gotta do that. Oh man, come on. I'm back. Okay, so my desk is a mess, as my husband would tell me. It's a mess. It is a mess. It is a mess. Coordination. It's all about knowing where stuff is. I happen to know where everything is. Kind of. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello. What is it? 6:52. Okay. I have to go get fish water before I go to bed tonight. Fish water. Clean fish water. I come out the room the other day and Bill's fish, his goldfish, was floating upside down. And I went, it's probably not supposed to do that. No, it's not. I looked it up. I Googled it. It said it shouldn't be floating upside down. It is now floating in the correct position in a small hospital tank because, well, it's Bill's fish and yeah, all that. Okay. How is everybody doing? Everybody having a good evening? I know some people have had some troubling days, day to day. And my heart is with you. I do know that. But we're going to sit here and we're going to do some readings this evening. And we're going to talk about, well, we know that Laura, what the hell just happened? No, don't do that. Laura comes on in a few minutes. Or not a few minutes, but in an hour. So we're going to do some readings and they're going to be really quick. So if everybody could share to a relevant group, that would be fantastic. And off we go. Off we go to the loony bin. Our life is beautiful all day long. I can't wait to see the nice men in clean white coats. Okay. I know we're just sitting there staring at each other. What are you doing? So Sam left yesterday. People go, what? Where'd he go? He's living in Chicago throughout the week until November. And so we will be doing things a little bit differently. I will be here doing lives here in the evening, and there will be a schedule. You know, it's really, people have asked me for a schedule to do that. We're doing lives for a very long time. And we're to the point now where we have to schedule our lives so that we make sure we hit everything, right? So he'll be doing readings a couple nights a week. I will be doing some readings with him, and we'll be doing things like that, but we will be in different locations. So that's okay. He'll be home on the weekends where I shall probably then have a million things for him to do. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let me see who all is here. And if you could share to a relevant group, that would be phenomenal. I wonder what those dates are. I know. So, everybody's like, what the heck's a whoop whoop for? We have some new people on. Rosina, good evening. Ann Williams, good evening. There's a couple of people that I don't see their name. I just see hello. Linda Norton, how the heck are ya? How you doing? So we are if you are on here and you're chatting, make sure you talk to the people in the group, because they are an incredible, hey Nia, incredible, thank you so much, Rosina, an incredible group of people that are always wonderfully welcoming to new people in the group. So there you go. Make sure you chit chat, because it's always wonderful to find people that have the same interests as you, isn't it? And if you're here, you probably have the same interests. Just going to go on a limb there. That's not psychic either. That's just me. It's my personal opinion. Hey, Brad, how are you this evening? So here we go. Let's do this. All right. Everybody's a little quiet this evening. It's funny. The energy in the group this evening, the energy online is very subdued, which is really weird for our group because our group is like really la. So it's a very subdued energy coming from everybody this evening. How's everybody doing off of the solar eclipse? I know that was a big deal. And I might even share what I had happen during the solar eclipse this evening. Which I haven't done yet online. Because I had something happen at 1 minute before the solar eclipse. And it took me, I'm still processing it. And it really threw me for a loop when it was over. So I'll share that in a little bit. It wasn't scary, but afterwards I was like, well, that was a holy shit moment. So anyhow, all right, let's see. Hi, Taryn. Good evening. All right, Orvin, good evening. How are you this evening? All right, let's see. Christine Emerson. How the heck are you? Vicky Roop. See, party's all here now. Not really. We were missing some people. Okay. Christine Emerson, on a sidebar, I'm wondering if you have any recommendations for somebody with cirrhosis, a non-drinker. I've never seen this person pick up a beer in their whole entire life that developed cirrhosis. Do you have any suggestions? He has varices and things like that may be of assistance. You're working too hard? I don't doubt that. Hi, Tammy. Tammy, how you doing? Okay, let's the solar eclipse came a huge energy shift, and there were people talking about there having been portals. We're going to pull a card first, and we're going to move forward first, and then I'll tell you what happened during solar eclipse. Because you are Amber, it was a big deal. It was a big deal to me, and now I'm just on the back burner going, nope, Nia. It's my dad, and he has always said, buck up, you can take the pain. He doesn't. Nope. They think it's from, they won't put it in the records, but they said Agent Orange, and now they're like backpedaling at the VA. Like, no, it can't be, because they don't want to give more, benefits. Whatever. Okay, moving on. Yeah, it's just there. There we go. Okay. Moving on. So what I do, you guys, is I scroll through the feed, and that's why we ask for the whoop whoop, because as I'm scrolling through the feed, my guides kind of like give a highlight, like, hey, let's read for this person. This person needs to know something. So that's why we ask for the whoop whoop. Hi, Tracy Henry. How are you? All right, let's see. Ann Williams. I want to talk about somebody that wants to come over from the other side. I have a gentleman. I don't know if you had somebody that, that's so funny. I'm not, that messed with your ears that passed away, like when you were little. And I kind of even want to go like a wet willy kind of thing. Like, but they got really close to the ear, or they really are close to my ear is why I'm saying this. They are right there, like in a weird way. And this is a gentleman that would have passed away. Does that bring anybody to mind, Anne? I keep going back to the wet willy. And, here's the thing. As intuitives, we like, oh my gosh, it really can't be a wet willy, right? But we're not supposed to doubt the evidence either. We're supposed to just give you the information and let you go with it, because we shouldn't, and we don't, at least I try not to. I think it's very human to have some kind of like, oh, I hope they understood that. But we're not supposed to have any attachment to the information, because it just comes and goes. It just comes and goes, and it's not ours. So it's spirit. No, that does not make any sense to you, which is totally fine. So do you have any problems with one of your ears? Oh, okay. Okay, so I have more. So I'm getting pressure in my ear, and then I'm getting down to this throat chakra thing. And I actually feel like somebody's putting pressure on my throat chakra. So I know that that means that there was a lack of communication. I don't have my phone. It means there was a lack of communication. It means there was some things that went unsaid. I'm writing down as I'm talking. That went unsaid. I'm writing things down. And artichoke. I'll see what I can find for him. Thank you so much, Christine Emerson. Okay. So with this particular thing that I have coming across, it is something wasn't talked about, something wasn't discussed, something was not resolved. And it's just a heavy, there's things you wanted to hear. And like I said, all I know at this point is what I'm giving you. This is a gentleman from the other side. This is stuff that you needed to hear, stuff you wanted to hear. I don't know if you needed an attaboy or you did a great job or I love you. I don't know what it is that you needed to hear from this person, but they're giving me this throat chakra like, I didn't do it. There's a blockage there. I didn't do it. And this person probably has some unresolved things just because, matter of fact, probably both, because it is unresolved because there was no communication there. Communication is so important, you guys. On this side of the veil, you need to do it on this side of the veil. And sometimes we have issues where pride gets in the way, or, we just don't want to talk about it, or it's too painful, or I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, and I don't want my feelings hurt, and all those things. It is so important to have a line of communication with those that we love here. Because we can bring across messages for you all day long, right? But it's not the same, is it? It's not the same. This would have been somebody that had oh, okay, that's different than what I thought it was. Thank you. This person also comes across as a guardian angel. Sandy Swank, hey, comes across as a guardian. They come across as an energy of a protector, like somebody that would have wanted to work with you. Hey, Zeus, how are you? That would have wanted to work with you or protect you or take care of you. And maybe they feel like they didn't fulfill all of that. I'm going to leave this information just with you, Anne, because I'm going to say that it's going to make sense to you. I'm not saying that I'm right, you're wrong, nothing like that. What I'm saying is I hope that this information sits with you and then you have an aha moment and you go, oh my gosh, because sometimes when we are getting information, it puts pressure on us and we kind of step back. I've seen, anyways, I'm leaving this information with you and hopefully eventually this makes sense to you. May not be today, may not be next month, but hopefully it makes a sense to you eventually. Okay, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room, y'all? I've been remodeling that laundry room. Our kids know that these things happen. The day that my husband goes away to work for a while, the first week, it takes me a bit to emotionally settle into that. And so I tear the house apart. I've been known to build new rooms on the home. Yeah. Luckily, I just put a couple cabinets in. Moving on. Okay. Kelly Diggs. Hey, how are you, Vedra? How are you? I hope you're feeling well. Audrey, hello. Welcome. Okay. Let's see. Ward, how are you? Okay, moving on. Throwing stuff all over the place here. Janet Esham, hello. April 12th was the 7 years since my mom passed away. I planned on finally burying her ashes when you go to Michigan. It's hard, isn't it? It was harder for me to do than I thought it was going to be. And I still have some of Bill on the counter. Okay. Let's see. I feel like I want to go with Janet Esham. Janet Esham. I know. People are like, but I've been here longer. But wait, there's more. Janet. So Janet, I want to talk about new opportunities coming your way. I would like to talk to you about decisions you're going to have to make. And this is like such a tripe answer, right? Because everybody has decisions they're going to have to make. Every day we make decisions, but I feel like you get this decision that's going, well, we could go this way or we could go this way. It's not like you have a bunch of branches. It's a big decision where you have to pick one way or the other. And it would be nice if you could do both, but I don't think you're going to be able to do both. And they're just like, you're going to be really tempted to do the most comfortable option. This is Janet. Are you still here, Janet? Okay, gotcha. You got 2 tea seedlings. How cool is that? I'm getting ready. As soon as the plants come out, I'm going to start putting in green beans and tomatoes and things like that. Aw, that is so sweet, Christine. Yes. Okay. I'm doing yours. This is your reading right here, Janet. This is your reading. So I feel like you have a major decision coming up in life, and they give me the number 3. So I don't know if you're aware of the decision coming yet. And if you're not, don't worry about it. It's okay. But I would like you to tuck this information away. So if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But I feel like you have a decision coming up. There's no middle road here. Like there's not a bunch. Hey, Vicki, there's not a lot of little branches you can take off this. I'm going to do it this way, or I'm going to do it this way. And what your guides are talking about, they're saying, hey, you're going to be really tempted to do the comfortable way. And that's okay. I need to let you know it's okay to do the familiar way, the comfortable way. And it's so funny. My guides, some of them like to use movie references, and they give me the movie Hitch, where he's teaching him how to dance. And he's like, you're going to keep it between these 2 lines because this is the comfort level. This is the comfortable space. And that's what they're saying. You are totally at a point right now where, hey, Gloria, where you can keep yourself comfortable in life. And that's fine. You don't have to be a risk taker. You don't have to go, willy-nilly and do a bunch of different wild ass things. They're saying if you're having to make decisions and you choose the comfortable option, please know that that's totally fine. Don't feel like because I know, because a lot of I believe this. We learn within the storm, right? Hi, Julie. Welcome. We learn in the storm. That is where we learn our toughest lessons. That's where the people piss us off the most. That's where we feel like we've been taken advantage of, or people have angered us or whatever. Guess what? The people that have come into our lives to create those traumas love us more than anybody else. Isn't that hard to believe? But it is the truth, because those souls said, I love you enough to make you hate me or dislike me or distrust me, all those things. So just know that if you are met with trauma, you set it up yourself. I'm sorry. But I know I'm tired of the damn storms. But you set it up yourself before you even came to life, and those people set up to work with you. And it may not seem like it, but you are at a period in your life where you're allowed to be comfortable. Don't worry about creating storms or being involved in other people's storms. And that's a big deal. Stay out of other people's storms. It's time to find some balance. And that is what they're saying. It's okay. Take the road that you know, and it's all right. Do you have a really comfortable guide? You have a really comfortable guide that's just like a warm hug. So with that, I'm going to tell you guys what I had happen during the solar eclipse. I know, story time. It's not a long story, but it's a significant story to me. I get a little emotional telling it. My breath is a little caught. So it was 3:10. Solar eclipse, you want a huge warm hug guide. I know, right? So the solar eclipse was at 3:11 to 3:12 at our time. And we're all, the babies are in the shop. So Henry's in the shop, Adeline's in the shop. So I'm sitting there at the table holding Adeline. She's sitting on the table and she's Googling. She's so cute. And Henry was off playing, doing his thing. And everybody else was running in and out of the door. And they were checking out the solar eclipse. And they were giving me a break every once in a while so I could go out and look too. And we had totality for like 2 minutes. But right before the totality at 3:10, I was sitting there at this little table, this little wrapping table we have behind the desk that, it's just a regular dinner table. And I'm sitting there and Adeline's sitting in front of me and I'm, Grandma, right? And I look out the door, which is the length of the shop. And I look out front and there's Sam standing out front. And Sam and I are connected like this, you guys. There is no me without him. It's just, it's a thing. It's like one of the dark shadow works that I have to work on in my life. And so, because I'm that attached to him, I think we both are that way. So anyways, I'm sitting there and I'm at the table and I'm just enjoying the moment because they're enjoying themselves outside. It's a nice, quiet moment. I thrive within silence. It's great. And then Adeline's sitting there and she's such a good baby. And it was like a bubble just came down and rested around where I was sitting. And the only thing I can relate it to is being in a float pod, like sensory deprivation kind of thing. Everything got super quiet. It was peaceful. And the air, I have no other way to explain it, but the air sounded sparkly. I have no other way to explain it. I have no way to explain any of this. So I'm going to just describe it and then we'll go from there. Anyhow, so I'm sitting there and I hear the most beautiful silver sounding voice outside my head, not an internal voice. It was not my voice. It was an external voice. And I heard this voice say very calmly. Now, mind you, I'm super calm. As soon as this settled in, I caught my breath, like my breath caught. And I'm just sitting there lit in it. And I'm super excited about it. I'm just like, this is so peaceful. This is so peaceful. And I just thought it was a moment of peace in the soul, right? That's what I thought it was. And I heard this voice say, you have designated this. And I can't remember the exact words. It was like a step off time or a moment that you could step away from your human existence. It was a step out time. Like it was a moment in time that I could have chose at that moment to not continue my human life. Now, I'm sitting there super calm, not thinking a thing about it. I'm rationalizing this and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wow, why would I designate the solar eclipse for an exit? That was an exit point. That was it, an exit point. Why would I designate this solar? This is what I'm doing. And then I look out the door and I thought, I'm not leaving Sam. Why would I do that? This is a great life. And then I look at the baby. Now, mind you, I'm still holding my breath. And then I look at the baby And I'm holding the baby and I'm like, I'm not missing out on this. Henry's right over there. I'm not missing out on this. My kids are out there. No, I am so comfortable in this life. I love this life. Still holding my breath, but I didn't realize it. I was not concerned at all. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, no, I think I'll stay. Because then I got this image of me laying on the floor with the baby falling on the floor because I have the baby and Sam coming in and finding that situation. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. I'm going to stay. Thank you. And it was whatever they said. It made it okay. It was okay. That's fine. You can stay. You've got this. This was just an option. You're good. You're good. And I'm like, okay. Thank you for the opportunity. And the bubble lifted very slowly. And I caught my breath. That's when I realized I was holding my breath. And I caught my breath. And I was like, how was that? Because it was like a bubble of time. I wasn't even really, I was observing, but not existing, if that makes sense. And I was like, what the hell was that? I didn't tell anybody until everybody left. The whole rest of the day went through. And I'm sitting here going, what the hell was that? Because it's very trippy. It was very trippy. And it was like a moment in time that was frozen. That was just weird. And so I was, Sam, everybody left and Sam come in and he sat down and I said, I'm going to tell you what happened today. And he's like, okay. And so I told him and I said, I don't want you to freak out, but I'm going to tell you about this. And so I told him and he was like, you watch me like a hawk the rest of the day. He's like, you're not going to sleep. There's no naps in your future, ma'am. I mean, it was funny how he was. I'm like, baby, that time is gone. I could have, if I had said yes, I absolutely feel in my soul that I would have been on the ground. In my soul, I know that would have been it. If I'd said yes, I'd have gone, okay. What? So yeah, Sam was a little freaked out. But what do you think it was, you guys? Because I gotta tell you, I've had people come and I've talked to a couple people about it and they come up with thoughts and I kind of agree with some of them. But it was amazing and it was very etheric. I mean, it was amazing. It was the closest this human's going to get to that soul on the other side in that moment. That it had to have been about a minute because it was 3:10, 3:11, the totality kicked in. And Sam opened the door and said, hey, we're going into totality. The kids can come out now because you don't have to have glasses at a for the totality. But we had glasses on anyways. But I was like, okay. It was just weird. It was weird. Jumping off points. Yeah. Hello, Laura. I was offered an exit point a couple months ago. I said, hell no, not ready yet. Christine Emerson, you just finished school. No. You've been working your ass off. Laura says, I know what this is like. Amber says, I honestly don't know what to choose. I want to stay for my grandson, but I would leave to be with Walter. Only for my 2 girls and my 2 grandchildren. Other than that, you would take it. Wow. Yeah. It was a wow moment. Angels. Absolutely. Maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, that's something we've been doing. Never had a message. Let's see. Happened with the snake bite. Oh, Laura, I bet. Every time I was in the hospital in critical condition, I would fight with spirit and it said, not ready yet. Yeah. It was just weird. And I need to journal it because, we forget these things, but It was a big moment. It felt like that break in the road. Absolutely. Okay. I do want to say that tonight, the beautiful Laura Kading is doing a class this evening. Laura, what is class on this evening? So I might write that down. She has class this evening. If you are a member, the latest recording, we did a class on how to facilitate guided meditation so you can lead your own guided meditation. That is now up in oh shucks. That is now up in the library under Monday classes with Sam. That's a new heading in there. So that is up, and Laura will be in class in 40 minutes. She's doing, it's 8 p.m. It's about death, something uplifting. How weird is that? It is. It's just the beginning of something else, isn't it? Okay, moving on. There are different types of deaths. I can't wait to watch this one. Okay, you're right. You're right. Can I have whoop whoop in the room? Hi, Beth Fry. How are you? Agnes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Shakira, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Grace M. Good evening. Beginnings. That's what it is. It's just like the death card. Beginnings. Hey, Laura. Hey, Laura. Hey, Laura. Pulled a card for you. Just saying, this is what it was. Hey, Laura. Oh. Here's the next one. Really think situations over when it comes to getting into not just relationships, but friendships and things like that. Make sure you pay. That's right. There are different kinds of love. That second card kind of it's the Three of Swords. Talks about deceit at the times you're not expecting it. So make sure you're paying attention to that. There's Mr. Fry. Because everything has its time. Laura. I can't do it like Sam. Everybody gives Sam a hello. Mr. Fry is in the house. Laura. Okay. Moving on. Same. Okay. Davy Cochran. Hello, hello. Okay. It's for Vedra. It's that same instead of same. I know I was picking on you. Vedra. Vedra, are you smelling angels? Vedra. Are you smelling? So Vedra, this is talking. This reading here is talking about walking away from uncertainty. And having things brought to you that maybe you didn't know were coming. And I don't say you see more than you smell. I'm not saying that you're winning lottery or anything like that, but with this one, following this one, I am going to the I think you have something coming that you're not quite aware of. in the app in abundance. So it's like you're walking away from uncertainty, like the floor is shaky, something might have scared you before, but you're moving forward and you're going to have some things given to you that you didn't anticipate. And it's also going to be a very, and I know this is the wands. I know that this is the fire element. And this is about passion and things like that. But I am going, yeah, she does so absolutely so deserve it. But I'm going with the water element of this card, and it's all up in the feels for you. This is going to be like an emotional thing that I don't know if I don't know if I deserved this, or it's something that's going to come to you that you're not quite sure about, and it comes with father energy. Like it's going to be very purposeful, and this is the way it is, kind of thing. So interesting read. You do deserve it. You have just had a struggle last couple of years. It's been, but you, I have to say, are somebody that has handled it very well, and I'm impressed with you. Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't find strong people like that very often. Okay. There you go, Vedra. You've been trying to manifest. Awesome. Yeah, manifesting, it's the real deal, right? It does happen. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Why is that thingy on there? Can I get a whoop whoop? Whoop whoop. Question is, should you write? Absolutely. Let's just pull a card. Yes. Right. Find something you're passionate about and make it happen. If you are new, everybody, make sure you like the page. When I get on, this is what I'm doing is free readings. I do not do a list. I'm sorry to say I do not do a list. I go through and my guides go, that one right there. And that's the person I pull for. So there is no list. But make sure you like the page because I do, we're getting on a schedule. Am I here? Can you see me? Am I still here? Like it just shut down. Am I still frozen? I'm back. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Yeah, I know. Vicky, thank you. It's just like your guides are shocked about the schedule. Me too. We have been supposed to do a schedule for a couple of years. We've gotten to the point where we need to do a schedule now. So there we are. Let's see, who was I going to read for? That was weird. He went, no, you're not reading for her. I don't know who it was now. I went, shoop, just like that. Carol Ann is new. Welcome, Carol Ann. Well, I did not shut down heaven. They went, oh, hell no. I hope that helps, Pedro. Heaven went, hell no. Okay, let's move on. In honor of Vicky being here and full of sass this evening, I see you have new Karen cards, Vicky. I see you have new Karen cards. Should the The more I try to stick to a schedule, the more squirrels I get. Girl, I get it. I do. I'm really trying to stick to a schedule. And there's a lot of things that have changed. We're doing consistent posting and things like that. But in regards to social media, so that was going consistent anyways. So it's hard to stay. You want to do some Karen cards? The printing sucked. I need a month. I need a month with a printer. We need to find a good printer. We do. Because I need to have some printed, and I would love to take your Karen cards to these expos with me. Would absolutely love to do that. But you have to let me know who you had the sucky printing done through, so I don't do the same. Okay. Okay. All right. Can we have a whoop whoop in the room? We're going to do some Karen cards. Gonna do some Karen cards. Who in here has not been in here with Karen cards? Give me a me if you've never seen the Karen cards read. Give me a me if you've never seen Superior Print. All right. I'll write that down as a no-go. Okay. So this is now officially the PG-13 moment. Hold on, I'll give you a minute for the PG-13ers to step away. If you're not 13 or older, you probably should go. I'm going to say 18 because I'm older than that. Here's a moment. You can go. Okay, it's your moment. Everybody has to have their own moment. So we're going to do some Karen cards. Our first Karen card goes to Isis. The mighty, powerful Isis. So, hold please. I have a sucky Southern accent. I get it. Just bear with me. Isis. Seriously, there's cuss words involved. This is your warning. Sweetie. What does a true Karen and Uranus have in common? They're both full of toxic gases. Shit it out. That's funny. All right, give me a whoop whoop. Let me see who's in the room. My husband, of course, takes this moment to message me. You'll take it? Okay. Okay. Let's go with Ward. You got to have a sense of humor, y'all. This one's for Ward. I take a minute because I'm reading in advance so I can. So I have flow. Oh shit. Sweetie. If you're laughing at these cards, you're probably not making it into heaven. Acceptance is a crucial part of the healing process. Namaste, bitches. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Aren't you glad Spirit has a sense of humor? I got Mr. Clackety Clack dog behind me. He goes to get his toenails done Wednesday. Okay, moving on. He is not pleased with my antics. Okay, moving on. This one is for Brad. Brad. Sweetie. Oh, no, I've already read that one. How do I pick the second card? First card I did. Okay. Sweetie, I have a knock-knock joke for you. Karen. Knock, knock. It says knock, knock, but I think that's a typo. You. Karen. Orange. Orange, you glad you didn't say Uranus. That's a roundabout way to say work hard on your sacral chakra. I struggled with that one. Buford wants something. I don't know what the hell Buford wants. Okay, Savannah, hey, how are you? Okay, we are doing Karen cards. Karen cards. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? There is cussing involved. Just letting you know. He wants in the room. That's what he wants. Whoop whoop. Yeah, I lost the flow with that one. I did give it my best effort. I should get an A for that. Okay, Carol Ann. Sweetie. That expulsion of toxic gas from Uranus is the next person's lesson. Sit back and delight at how far you've come and quit stalking their social media. All right, moving on. Let's see. This one's for Gloria. Gloria, Gloria. Hey, Billy Ann. Sweetie. Wait, let me do that again. Sweetie. If they don't like you, just remember it's because they anus. Vicky, that's a stretch. Get it? Ain't us. Oh. Moving on. Okay. The hate is because they ain't us. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Moving on. This one's for Savannah Joe. Oh, shoot. Come on. What time is it? What time is it? Okay. Yeah, sweetest sounds like bless your heart. Bless your heart. Aren't you precious? Okay. This is for Savannah. Sweetie. An elephant looks at a naked man and wonders, how does it breathe out of that tiny little thing? It's all about perception. Pull your head out of your anus and get some. I did not write these cards, okay? But we do all love them. Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay. Okay. Can I have whoop whoop? Neither did I, she says. They were channeled. Let's see. This one's for Adam. Sweetie. Sweetie. You can't strike out if you've never put yourself in the game. Better to have lived and lost than to have never put your anus in the game. Just do it. Oh shit. Suddenly I'm inspirational. Lots of men on tonight, yes. Yes. Moving on. This goes for Agnes Coppola. I know that was a good one. Sweetie. This one had me blush. I'm thinking this is what Vicky says. She is she is the author of this deck. She says, I'm thinking telling a guy to out his anus in the game could be a double meaning. Brad says, Adam, we are anus twins. Jesus. Sweetie, who was this for? And Agnes Coppola. Yeah. Okay. Meditation is spiritual lube and will free you from Uranus. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Lord love a duck. Okay, you guys, if you are just joining us, we are doing Karen cards at the moment. These are some funny cards, but make sure that you are not offended. We are not here to offend anybody, but they are funny, and if you can't take it in that lighthearted way, then this is your warning. Okay, they're not that bad actually. They're just funny. Okay, let's see. We have to laugh. That's what we do. We laugh. Billy Ann, this is for Billy Ann. Are you here, Billy Ann? Do not give the squirrel caffeine. I am here. Okay. Sweetie. Okay. When Uranus hurts, take an aspirin. When your heart hurts, do some spiritual bypassing and buy some more freaking crystals. Haha, just kidding. This is sarcasm. Do the work. But I know where you can buy crystals. Okay. Don't think I heard this much anus talk the whole year is at the bar. And then Vicky says, Amber Allen, go to better bars. Okay. And this one's for Katrina. I need to buy more. You know somebody, right? Katrina. This is the one I just read. I shuffle a lot. Oh, here it is. Sweetie. If you or any Karen you know is offended by these cards, too bad. Quit being offended over everything. Cancel culture is for those who need some spiritual or some emotional maturity and a swift kick in the anus. Too bad, bars. Just kidding, bars are bad. Go to church. Right? I don't know. I mean, church is good. I enjoy Catholic Mass. Absolutely. I really, really do. I don't know. But I do. It's pretty. That's a good one. Okay. So if you are in the My Mystical Life Psychic Development class, that is tonight. For this one, of course, we have several a month, but it starts in 15 minutes with Laura, and she is talking about death and the types of death and forms of death that we experience. So that is class tonight. She starts in 15 minutes. You will find the link to the class directly in both the private group and in the email that went out to the members of the group. So hope to see everybody in class. I really appreciate everybody coming in and spending time with me. There we go. So a couple of things. The cruise is coming up in December. If you're interested in going on the cruise, please make sure that you check out our webpage, mymysticallife.com. And where is it? There we go. mymysticallife.com. And you can find out more information about the cruise that's leaving in December 9th. It's a 7-day cruise leaving out of Galveston. It's an intuitive cruise. We're going to have all sorts of things going on there. And then next week, Billy Ann's class is on Monday. And that's interesting. She's going to be talking about the goddess Kali. And then more goddesses. That's awesome. Okay. I love that. Absolutely love that. Hi, Diana. I would rather be in a boat in a pond enjoying Mother Gaia. Gotcha. All right. So I don't know, man, that cruise ship's a whole lot of fun. It's like, yeah. All right. The dog is needy, so I'm going to have to go deal with him. But everybody, have a great evening. Find light, find love, find joy, feel divine because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. Thank you, guys. Talk to you later.